Twitch chat. Lazar, hello. Ishmael, good morning. Today we go to the Avalanche. It's done, thanks to 22 months. Oh, I did some stuff. I put all the hands here on top of each other. Will it be better? I don't know. I don't know, but I thought I'd try it. I didn't like how it was. Let's begin a scenario. We are selecting a scenario. Avalanche. Hey, Cran, how are you? We are resolving a road event if necessary. Oh, also, I worked out how to fix this, hopefully. So we need a summer road event. New event. By the side of the road, you find a carriage parked, its owner wiping sweat from his brow. An old man gives a toothless grin in your direction, waving you over to the makeshift shop he's set up. Lots to see here, plenty worth having, and better prices than you'll get in any of the cities. Fewer laws out here. He chuckles to himself as he lays thick carpets by the side of the road, spreading out his wares, shiny armor and weapons of all kinds. I'm still heading up, but you're welcome to take a look through. And look with your eyes, not your hands. Never know when bad luck follows from an old owner. So I don't have any gold. I have 1 gold in my entire party. 0, 0, 0. So this does not seem like it's going to be a very useful road event. You sure are still on Twitter exclusively, so you see my posts. I've had some bangers today. That's too bad. Missing out. Missing out. Yeah, I'll get off Twitter in probably not that long. It's getting to be a bit much. I'm going to ask if he has anything not on display, because, I don't know, what's the point of looking at this stuff when I have 1 gold anyway? Option B. Lose 25 collective gold. You ask if he carries anything a bit more unique, something you wouldn't find back in Frosthaven. He smiles with a crooked grin. Perhaps, but it would cost you. The way he smiles makes your skin crawl. Gain 1 collective random item. All characters start the next scenario with a curse. Otherwise, unfortunately, you don't have enough money to bargain for his special wares. No effect. Yeah, I don't have any money. So we could have gotten a random item, but no luck. All characters may purchase 1 item from the available supply for 5 gold less than its normal cost. Remove the event. Road event is done. Maybe I'll put the rulebook here. That seems more accessible for more places. The game set up the map tiles for me. I got the monsters, I got the overlays, I set up the first room, I've shuffled the attack modifier decks. Read the scenario entry. Just make sure these are right. Probably. Alright. Hey Matt, hey Miller. How are you tonight? Scenario effects. Each character gains a brittle. That means the next time we take a damage, we take a double damage. So curious what the coffee dripper is about? Hey, me too. I have no idea. Scenario is complete when all characters have escaped. At the end of that round, read 65.1. Introduction. You stand at the end of an Algox tunnel. Behind you stretches a winding maze of ice and rock, a long series of passages painstakingly carved through the interior of Stowscorn Mountain. Before you, a narrow trail hangs over a cliff face, leading perilously up toward the mountain's peak. A blistering storm of snow and wind howls past the mouth of the tunnel like a demon chorus. Follow the trail beyond the tunnel, the Ice Speaker chief had told you. Then curve around to the highest peak. There you'll find the snow-speaking wretches. Destroy them or Snowscorn is lost. You had nodded your understanding, but now you realize that scaling a mountain is much easier for the Algox. As it is, you're barely equipped to avoid hypothermia, much less hike over slippery rock through a blizzard. I can't talk. But there's no way around it. Frosthaven's safety hangs in the balance. It takes several hours of grueling hiking, but eventually the peak emerges. Its rare streaks of gray stone are half hidden by a blustery cloak of soft brown powder. You shield your eyes and squint in the whiteness, but it seems that bizarrely the peak is growing. Its whiteness bulges outward, undulating, swallowing the exposed gray stone. It's getting closer, like a wave of snow, like an avalanche. You turn and run, and the air shakes. Legs pump, arms flail. There's vomit on your sweater already. You move, but it's not enough. Your legs are too slow, and the path is too steep. You turn to see how much time is left, and a blur of whiteness envelops you. The mountain roars, and you are consumed by the noise. When the avalanche stops, you blink in darkness. You've been entombed in snow, and already the air is drawing thin. You need to find a way out, and you need to find it fast. Each snowdrift and snow rock in the scenario have L plus C hit points. That's level plus number of characters. So we're playing a level 3 scenario with 4 characters, so it should be 7. They are enemies to you and allies to all monsters. At the end of each round, each character adjacent to at least one snowdrift or snow rock suffers hazardous terrain damage. Each character means, like, only mine, right? That kind of reads a little bit like they would take damage too. No, characters are only the party members. They're not even summons. Okay. So my summons will not take terrain damage from them. Hazardous terrain damage. If any character becomes exhausted, the scenario is lost. We win when we escape. This is an escape scenario. The map layout is like so. We are starting on the right. We have to get to the left. I'm curious what hazardous terrain damage is. Terrain damage is 3. Why is this scenario level 4? Is that right? Aging potato thanks for the 5 months. Wait, is that right? Does one level up the scenario level? My average level is not 2.25. My average level is 1.25. Why does it think my average party level is 2.25? Oh, I see. Wait, no, I'm confused again. I guess I want to be on hard difficulty with open information? I'm really confused. I'm gonna go very hard without open. I think this is what I'm meant to be on. Okay. Trap damage, terrain damage, bonus experience. Sure. It bumps your difficulty up if you're on open information. It does. But it does it in a weird way. Anyway. We're going stamp easy. Deal and select battle goals. Alright. So all the hands are next to each other now. For our Drifter, move no more than 2 hexes on each turn. That seems like it would kill me. Pincushion, be targeted by attacks from 3 or more enemies in the same round. Plausible. Dawdler, never use your lowest initiative played card as your initiative card. I think we can do that as Drifter. Probably. Maybe. It definitely weakens us for this scenario. Banner Spear. Ritualist. Kill an enemy while 3 or more elements are strong or waning. No. Kill an enemy that has 2 or more negative conditions. Possible. Kill 5 or more enemies. Okay. Bully is a lot easier than Sadist here, I think. Or my Summoner. Never have your hit point value drop below half your maximum hit points. In 13 or more experience before any bonus scenario experience, never enter a hex occupied by an ally, enemy, objective, or obstacle. Don't I have to go to an objective hex to win? Probably not. They probably don't count as objectives. Out of all of these, I think Pedestrian is the most conceivably doable. I don't think I'm getting 13 or more experience before bonus experience. I'd have to summon a Wraith, 3 skeletons again, 3 skeletons again, and then get 2 more experience from something. That just seems like way too much. Alright. Deathwalker. Never collect a loot token from end of turn looting. Kill 1 or more enemies of each monster type that appears in the scenario. Kill 2 or more enemies in the same round. 1 or more enemies of each monster type that appears in the scenario. There are only 2 types of enemy. There are only frost demons and snow imps. So that seems kind of doable. These should be level 3. Thanks for the 66 months, Stampigi. Alright, that would be a double check mark if we pulled it off. Place a token tray nearby. Build the loot deck. That's already been done for me. Yep. Select which items to bring. All of them. Select which ability cards to bring. By the way, when I was assigning potions last night, I gave my Drifter a healing potion. I didn't realize my Drifter has a renewing potion. I don't know where it was. Because it wasn't, like, on my board. I don't think. Also, what are these doing here? Anyway. Are we good? I think we're good. So I will be bringing the healing potion. Once we're level 3, we can also have a renewing potion. Although, it still doesn't apply to any item. You can't give items from one character to another in this game for some reason. So I can sell that at some point if I want. Or I could find something that it actually does. Okay, select which items to bring, select which ability cards to bring. So I need to drop 4 cards from my Drifter's deck and 3 cards from the other decks. I don't think we need a Destructive Fury. Deadly Shots should be good. It's also a 4 mobility card. Vile Assault's very good. Draining Arrows is fine. Bloodletting's pretty good. Bottom half attack. Fortitude is good. Just hits pretty hard. Do enemies have shields? Enemies have Retaliate. Interesting. Crushing Weight. More damage on melee attacks. Excellent. No Remorse. This one's like a maybe. Put it over here. Continuous health is healing. Healing's great. Unbreakable. Some shield. Shield is okay. Does shield work before or after brittle? I think shield goes before brittle, so shield should be better than usual in this mission. Relentless. Gives retaliate against enemies. Probably don't need that one. More movement? That's pretty good on an escape mission, presumably. Island Inheritance is a big move. Precision aim. Better ranged attacks I shouldn't need. Shockwave is more damage on melee attacks. Also, the bottom half of this card is just very good. Move 3 and shield. Prudent Preparation. Another good defensive card. Alright, let's lose low. No Remorse. So these are going to be my missing cards. And we need to lose 3 from the other characters. So I don't think I need... I might not need any banners, but I certainly don't need a banner that's about healing. Or do I? All of my characters have started with Brittle. At the start of their turn, grant allies within 3 range 1 heal. Heal cleanses Brittle is the thing. I could actually summon this on turn 1, maybe. Get rid of all of that Brittle. Basically, the idea would be to go before the rest of the team. Let's take a look at these. and see how fast these enemies go. 18. Who is this? The imps. Imps can phase out very quickly, but that's not really a problem. Also, who are we fighting in room 1? This is a 7 health imp. Actually, an 8 health imp. Oh, the health is wrong because they spawned at the wrong values. The imp should be 7 and 3. And the demons should be 8 and 14. Holy shit. Did you just, like... And the snowdrifts should be 7. 1 level for this elite frost demon gives it 5 health. Damn. Let's take some notes. Snow Imp is 05, 5 shield, heal self. $24, strengthen and muddle AoE. 37, 3 range, move attack. 37, 3 range, move attack. 42, move plus 3 range heal. 43, move plus 3 range, small attack plus curse. 2 targets if consumes element. 43, move plus 3 range, small attack plus poison. 2 targets if consumes element. 76, small move plus big 3 range attack. So mostly they make 3 range attacks. Is that the right place? Imp mat, frost demon mat. All right, good. And then these frost demons. Those are actually different moves. They go at 58 initiative, an awful lot. So 18, mobilize, AoE, heal if consume frost. 18, move plus shield. 38, move plus attack. 58, move plus piercing, attack. 58, move plus 2 times target, melee attack. Oh, it's not melee, it's 2 range. 58, move plus attack. 78, move plus 2 target, cone attack. It would be cool if there were a way to simply have all of this written for you. so that you didn't have to look it all up. I know there are like websites and shit where you can get it. Okay. Now I know what they're doing. Why did I care? It does seem like knowing what the enemies on the mission are doing might matter. I guess that would kind of matter. I cared because I was thinking about my turn 1, whether I'm going to be summoning a healing banner, and if I can, whether I can reasonably keep it alive. I'm kind of down to try. I have slightly better modifier decks, so I can deal a little bit more damage with my modifiers. Let's try it. I think I will also keep Rallying Cry, so I can get the Banner of Strength at some point if I decide to switch over. Resolved Courage. Big AoE attack. Another thing about this mission is there are so many things to attack, right? So my stuff that hits AoE is going to be better than usual. At all costs kind of always makes it in. Javelin always makes it in. Combined effort lets me move people. The stuff that lets allies move is always going to make it in. We're at 8 cards. Incendiary throw. You actually can't set objectives on fire, but there's extra, or not on fire. You can't wound them, but there's still enemies to wound, and also making fire has some bonus value. You could even maybe start with incendiary throw. Probably not. Maybe start with javelin and then turn to move up an incendiary throw. Pincer movement, deflecting maneuver, set for the charge, Unbreakable Will. I'll keep Unbreakable Will and probably lose these 3. Oh yeah. So we're definitely going to want to summon in this mission. Summons are going to be able to attack the objectives without taking hazard damage, so that just seems really strong. I think we probably get rid of Exploding Corpse. This is probably not an Approach Oblivion mission. I need to lose 1 more. Malicious Conversion? Just a bunch of cards I have never used for anything. And then Deathwalker. I said I wouldn't hate summons on this one. I need to read this card. Does this make shadows out of... Does this make shadows out of snowdrifts? Onion Knight, thanks for the 41 months. I need to read the rulebook about objectives. Are they called objectives? What are they called? They're yellow. Is Snowdrift in here? No. They're probably called obstacles. Obstacle 15. Nope, they're called objectives. Objectives are tied to the goals of some scenarios and typically need to be destroyed or protected. And in either case, the special rules for the scenario will assign a maximum hit point value to each objective, usually based on the scenario level and the number of characters. Objectives can be targeted by attacks and suffer damage, but are immune to all conditions and forced movement. Is having a character token placed on something a condition? Does anybody have a strong opinion on this? Anyway, I think I'll bring Sunless Apparition. It kind of feels like it would be fun to try to keep it alive. It sure does have 1 health. Anyway. Sunless Apparition, Call to the Abyss. 2 target ranged attack seems good. I think Tabletop Simulator has a ton of visual clutter. Yeah, a little bit. I think you get to a point where you understand which things that you're looking at are important and which things aren't. Shadow Step we definitely want to keep because this is how we get out in the last room. We want to make sure that we can get out in the last room, which means we want to have like 1 big move card available at the end. I guess I like Lingering Rot and Fluid Knight. Maybe Rest in the Shade can be lost. Call of Doom feels pretty good. How do I even make shadows at the start? Do I turn 1 Eclipse maybe? Maybe I turn 1 Eclipse. Or turn 2 Eclipse. I guess I should keep Eclipse then. I think I can lose Wave of Anguish. I don't think the shadows will be with me. Were you actually playing the board game? You may feel differently, but being able to touch and interact with things as you see them is a hellish nightmare when there's roughly 8 billion things on the board. So one of the problems is that every time you see me playing a board game, I'm going to be making it as complicated as possible for myself, because that is my dream for me, is to play complicated strategy games. It's just irrelevant. There you go. My internet has been like dropping for 10 seconds every 2 hours for the past like week. It's really irritating. I don't know. Someone tell the internet to be better. But yeah, my internet went down and then came back up again there. Sorry about that. Okay, so I've trimmed down to the appropriate number of cards in my decks. It's Chandran! Have I ever explored a fighting game more than Skin Deep? Not really. Like, Smash at parties is basically the extent of me playing fighting games at all. Oh, One Must Fall, actually. When I was like 10, I played One Must Fall so much. Only single player. But they had a campaign mode, and you would level up your like damage and speed and stuff. Oh, that was actually pretty good. But I don't know if that really counts. It's very old. It's very old. But it's a game that some people who are into fighting games really enjoyed as kids. So some people know about it for sure. You're piloting a giant death robot, and so you get to upgrade the pilot's like reaction time and stuff like that, and also the giant death robots like swords and things. You get to upgrade those too. Yeah, I think we start. So now I have to work out my turns. And as I was saying, I was thinking on turn 1, maybe I could go Driving Inspiration and Javelin. And summon a Banner of Hope. And largely the point of summoning a Banner of Hope is I have Brittle on me. And Brittle is going to double the damage that I take from incoming attacks. And that seems really bad. But if I heal for 1, I no longer am Brittle. So, League Void. Been practicing Street Fighter 6 a lot since it came out. Cool. A hot take that I have about fighting games is why do they keep making the graphics like more impressive? Like it just makes the game worse. That's my hot take about fighting games. For my drifter, you should spend more time on crafting the single player. How many fighting games have good single player? Life for my drifter is a little bit weird because I'm only allowed to use the slowest initiative value card. I'm wondering what it's like to just do this and like walk up with 2 shield and tank for everyone. It may end up being really silly. You know, if I don't want a tank though, I could just use the top half of Shockwave and set myself up to deal more damage with melee attacks. Feels not terrible. Smash Bros. And Tekken have a memorable single-player experience. What about that one game, Double Dragon? That only had single-player experience. That was that good shit. If my drifter is doing that, I should probably start like here or something. There is a slight issue where I'm not removing Brittle from myself because I'm going before the banner is summoned. That seems bad. I've changed my mind. Let's do something else. Okay, now I can move up and shield myself and then draining arrows some stuff. Feels okay. Feels okay. Street Fighter 6 OST is not for everyone. Street Fighter 6 OST. Oh, like the sounds of the game? Gotcha. I have never seen the Tekken single player experience. Maybe I should play it. That has typically been my most enjoyable way of engaging with fighting games of any sort. So the problem with Bone Shaper turn 1 remains that there's just not very much to do with the bottom half of cards on turn 1s. I could play the bottom half of Decaying Will and make it so my skeletons are unaffected by Retaliate, since there are some enemies with Retaliate on this map. I just realized there are 6 enemies in this room right now. That feels like a lot of enemies. I'm gonna play the bottom half of Transfer of Essence so I can heal someone. I'm gonna go pretty late in the turn, likely after other people, like enemies, have gone. Isn't it better to just kill everything than it is to heal for one? Maybe I should play my other banner. Yeah, fuck this banner. Let's play the other one. We'll play the Banner of Strength, which gives us more damage. Tekken's a game that starts out about father and son. And they throw each other off cliffs and volcanoes at the end of each game, alternating. Sorry, World War III? Oh no. Kazuya. I don't remember Kazuya in Smash. Like, you have to understand, when I say Smash, I mean, like, Melee. I have not played anything newer than that, really. So if I want to make a Sunless Apparition, I can. I have to summon a Shadow with the bottom half of Call to the Abyss, and then immediately turn it into our Wraith. Probably not doing that. What do we do instead? If I go slow enough, I can use the dark that's being generated from my Wraith being summoned. So I could use Black Barrage, and I could have 5 range. Kind of unreal that 5 range isn't enough range to do what I'm likely to want to do. It feels like a lot of range. Here, let's stand you there, actually. And stand you here. And yeah, I'm gonna plan to use Black Barrage and Fall to the Abyss. But we're doing it so that we go as slow as possible, so that the Necromancer can have gone first. Okay, this is gonna be my turn 1. Turn 1's often the most complicated turn. I'm ready to start. Do have a bunch of items now, too. Frost Demons are moving at 18. They are mobilizing everything within 2 range. Well, all enemies within 2 range, and they are healing themselves for 3. Cool. They're done. What are the Snow Imps doing? They are moving... Sorry, did they channel an element? No. And my Banner Spear and Drifter are not channeling elements. It's actually kind of lucky, because this one... Oh no, the top half of this channels an element, but the bottom doesn't. Okay, good. So the Snow Imps will not have an element to channel to get an extra target on this. They are going to move... How much movement did I have? 2? They can't stand on top of obstacles, so these actually can't move. They have range 3 attacks. So the only thing on their entire turn 1 that is doing anything is this Snow Imp. I feel like I've done a bad job of organizing the picture-in-picture. The Snow Imp is going to shoot at my Deathwalker as it currently stands, but we'll give it something else to shoot at instead. It's also allowed to move. It is going to curse me. That's kind of rude. Will it be dead? I don't think it's going to be dead. Alright. Frost Demons are done. Banner Spear goes. So first thing my Banner Spear is doing is summoning a Banner of Strength. When I summon the Banner of Strength, I get 2 experience. And now this banner is here. All allies within 2 range get to add 1 to their attacks once per turn. Can I actually kill that before it goes? Probably not. It's worth trying, I think. Okay, I'm gonna Javelin it. I just need a +1, actually. I need an average +1. Oh shit, Javelin makes an element. Oh. Okay. So I guess actually I am going to have an element for it to steal from. The Subspace Emissary. I don't know what the Subspace Emissary is. Yeah, it's also possible that I just haven't played that much Smash, really. Okay, so player 2 needs to draw an attack modifier for this Javelin, which is targeting the Elite Snow Imp over there. +1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, actually 5. Because I'm also next to the banner, right? So now if I get a +0 or better on my Drifter's turn, I actually just kill it. Anyway, Banner Spear's done. Drifter goes. So I'm going to use the bottom half of Shockwave to move 3. And then I'm going to use Draining Arrows, which is allowed 3 targets at 2 range. So I'll shoot at Snow Imp and Frost Demon and I guess this Snowdrift, because why not? It should only have 7 health. I spawned the scenario at the wrong level. I want the +1 damage against this Snow Imp from Banner. So that's the first one we do. Do I have a way to, like... Nope. Don't have a way to do more damage with my items. Alright, what do we got? +1, it's dead. Huge. Now we have an attack for 1 on this Frost Demon. -1, deals 0. It is muddled, though. And an attack for 1 on the objective, which hits it for 1. The objective cannot become muddled. Unlucky. I don't like where I put my discard piles. They feel not good over there. Maybe I'll come to like it more or something. I don't know. They're so far away. I don't know how else to do it, really. Alright, Drifter's done. Drifter also has a shield for the rest of the turn. Snow Imps move now. So the Snow Imps fly, but they only have 2 movement, and they can't move on top of the objectives, and they can't reach that tile. This is the tile they are trying to get to, though, which means that this one will move to here, because that does get it 1 range closer to this tile. Wait a second. I think it stays here, because the tile it wants to get to attack from is actually here. That's only 3 away, and moving here actually makes it further away from that tile. Okay. But yes, this Snow Imp is having trouble moving forward, and in general, the Snow Imps are not doing a great job of being enemies. Fortunate that I killed one of them so quickly. They auto-discard when you end round, but it's on the player's mat. Wait, if I leave them here, they auto-discard? Like, go here? No, because the discard is there. See, this is my problem. I need the discard to be fanned so I can see how many cards are in it. It's like putting a pile of discard when I can't actually see how big that pile is just not useful to me. Alright, Bone Shaper's turn. I guess maybe I'm not using Transfer of Essence. Huh. Alright, well. I can deal 2 damage to myself to remove Brutal from someone. Feels like I'm okay with not doing that. Let's summon a Wraith. This gives me 2 experience. And maybe I just move 2? It is a mission where I have to get to the exit. I don't know if that's better or worse than not moving 2, really. I am brittle and only have 6 health and have no shield. It feels dubious. That does channel Dark when I summon the Wraith. Which means Black Barrage has 5 range and hits for 3 plus 1 from this banner, so hits for 4. I feel like these Snow Imps are less scary than this Frost Demon, so I think I'm just going to kill this Frost Demon anyway. I've thought for another half a second about what's going to happen next turn, and I think I want my Bone Shaper back here, actually. All right, so Black Barrage consumes this. I get an experience, and we attack this for 3, plus 1 from the banner is 4, base attack. Plus 1 is 5. And then I'm also going to place a shadow in a hex within 2 range. We will put it right there. And that's your turn. Brittle Monka W. It is kind of a lot to just straight up take a double damage, huh? Alright, I'm just curious. What happens if this is here? End round. Yeah, it goes in there. I don't want it there. I want... Disappointing. Alright, round 2. Gotta decide what we're doing. Oh, the Wraith is just going to walk up and start shooting at these snowdrifts, huh? That's kind of funny. I'm thinking about using Stamina Potion to get back Javelin. I'm not sure I can. I think I have to do that... What? Maybe I can't play Javelin 2 turns in a row. Because I have to declare which cards I'm playing now, but I don't think I had a moment where I was allowed to get Javelin back yet, since I played it the first time. Alright, what will we do instead? There's Incendiary Throw? I was talking about using Incendiary Throw. There's 3 range. I could move here. I could move here. I could move here and throw it at that. It's a kind of nice AoE wound going. Sure, let's do that. What bottom half of a card do I want? I think maybe at all costs to summon Charles Reinforcement. Oh, I have to move. Never mind. Bottom half of a card. Add 1 damage. Nope. I have to move. I guess we just go Combined Effort. Incendiary Throw, Combined Effort. Also, Javelin channeled air last turn, and I just like kind of forgot. Wait, these consumed it though, even though they didn't do anything. Okay. So Incendiary Throw and move. I can move. I can also move some other people around, reshuffle some stuff as needed. What's my Drifter doing? I did not buff myself on turn 1. Yeah, I moved up and shot some people. Just like a semi-long ranged attack seems okay. This is 32 initiative. I have to use the slowest card of my 2 to do my Dawdler goal. So I'll use a Prudent Preparation, which can heal someone. Get rid of Brittle. Seems important for actually being able to tank a hit. By the time I reach my Bone Shaper's turn, it should be fine to summon a skeleton, I assume. Oh. No, that's not the one that... On the next 3 sources of damage, one of your summons to get damage. That's the one I was thinking of. Last mission. Alright, so we will summon a skeleton, and I probably don't have to move. But again, there isn't much else to do with the bottom half of a card. This one is lost if I use the bottom half of it. Don't really want that. This one's also lost. I guess I'll just heal myself. Get rid of Brittle. Seems fine. Alright, and Deathwalker. I was thinking, can I move the shadow that I created? Somehow I didn't take a single card that could move the shadow that I made. Whoops. Well, very unclear what I do with my turn then. I can't move my shadows ever? Wait. Hmm. It feels like a thing you would want to be able to do. Oh well. I try to use forceful spirits. I don't know what else I'm gonna do. Yeah, I guess I should be valuing the cards that let you move shadows more than I am. I just kind of assumed that I would have at least one, because it feels like there are like 3 or 4, but I guess I chose not to take every single one of them. It's fine. We can get through this room without too much trouble, and then use Eclipse in the next room, and then we just run out of the final room anyway. So I'm planning to top house Forceful Spirits, which wants me to be within 2 range of enemies. Which means I want to move. We can move and poison something. I'm going to go relatively slow in the turn order. Let the enemies do stuff first. All right. Let us start the round. The Snow Imps are strengthening all of the enemies. Kinda spooky. And then the Frost Demons are going to move and attack at range 2. How much move do they have? This one has move 3. This one has move 2. This one has move 2. So this will be able to get to here. So they're going to get to there before these ones go. Okay, so this will be here and then we can kill it. This one will already be dead, maybe? Feels ideal. I did not take the cards that heal me for 1 on Banner Sphere. Those would have been nice right now. Alright, we move 2 to here. This has attack range 2. I was just thinking, like, I could put the banner there, and then it can't move in. But it still gets to attack at 2 range. I think we put this banner here? I think that's okay. Ooh, I could put my Deathwalker here. Then this doesn't get to move in. It has to stay over there. My Deathwalker gets to use their turn to attack and then walk backwards from the objective. The only problem is that this will attack my Deathwalker. And it has 4 attack, and I'm brittle, and it's strengthened. That is a lot of problems. How do you get a separate window? Right click, and underneath save camera, there's picture in picture if you don't already have it open. Paul, thanks for 39 months. Appreciate it. I'm doing really well. I hope you are doing well also. Nah, I'm okay with them coming. This way, they'll walk up and... Will they want to kill this? I don't think so. Because they target the things which are closer proximity first. I believe. I should check that. Because the rule is they try to go to the tile from which they can make an attack. And once it's here, the thing it can attack with the lowest initiative is actually my Banner of Strength. So maybe it would attack the Banner of Strength. Another thing is I do have this white card. Is a character token on one normal or elite enemy within 3 range. It adds -1 damage to all its attacks. You know what? Oh, fuck. I don't get a turn before it attacks. Where's my protective scepter? Let's go for it. Okay. So we're still on my Banner Sphere's turn. I'm also going to use my Stamina Potion to get Javelin back. That might be wrong. There's a thing with Stamina Potion. It can give you an extra turn in the mission if it gives you one more turn before you have to rest, but going from 10 cards to 11 cards doesn't actually get me another turn before I rest. The thing is, Javelin's probably pretty good. So mostly I'm doing it because I want to play a Javelin. That seems fine. All right. Are you done yet? Gosh, there's a lot of thinking. This card is done. But having finished this card, I then also have an Incendiary Throw. Incendiary Throw will channel fire, and we're targeting, I guess, this Snow Imp. We're attacking it for 2 base damage. Crit. It's dead. And if it suffers damage from the attack, which it sure did, it and all enemies adjacent to it are going to get wounded. They're going to start bleeding to death. I feel like this mission has started very well for me. All right, that's done. Snow Imps go now. So they are going to strengthen everyone within 2 range. Is that themselves too? It doesn't say allies, does it? Just everyone. I think that means it's them too. I guess I'm not certain. They're also going to muddle everything within 2 range, but there isn't anything to muddle. They don't muddle their allies, they only muddle enemies. Alright, Drifter goes now. Oh, I can actually use Prudent Preparation to just heal. Okay. I'm sorry, what the fuck am I doing? This is just going to kill my banner with what I've done. What's its move? It does a ranged attack. So it does attack with disadvantage. And it's only attacking for 4. It's also already muddled and strengthened, so I guess it was already attacking with disadvantage. That is absolutely just killing my banner, though. I'm pretty sure I can have the banner there. Let's put the banner there. I think that's allowed. Nothing has really changed since yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, for some reason I thought that this was going to be dead, but clearly not. Alright, let's shoot it with Deadly Shot. We have a banner, so it's an attack for 2. I just drew from the wrong deck. Oh, 3. Now I regret not having the banner up there. Funny game. With heal, I'm able to remove Brittle from my Deathwalker. If anybody knows how I can remove Brittle in the picture-in-picture, I will give you 3 thank yous for that information. because I don't know how to do that. It's my Drifter's turn. All right, Frost Demons go. So first, the Elite Frost Demon looks for a tile from which it can attack. It's attacking at 2 range. So it's going to try to reach that tile. It does have enough movement to move here, but it doesn't have enough movement to get all the way here because it's a -1 move. So it just moves there and then it's done. 3 thank yous stonks. Well, only if you tell me how to do it. Then this Frost Demon goes. So this is going to attack my Deathwalker. Actually, first it's going to take 1 damage from the wound. It's going to attack my Deathwalker. It has strength, so it should draw twice, but I'm in a shadow, and I have protection against enemies while I'm in shadow, so it only draws once. +0. So it hits me for 4 damage, I believe. Yep. Ow. But also that's all it does. My Bone Shaper is not healing anybody else. I don't have Dark. Have any items? Let's put a token on this, and it gets -1 damage to its attacks. Might as well use that item instead of not using it. And then I will use Forceful Spirits. Deals 2 damage to 2 targets, so I'm going to hit this Snowdrift and that enemy. Let's do the enemy first. I'll get +1 damage on the attack against the enemy. -1, so 2. And then this Snowdrift is a crit miss. And then I'm going to move back. All right. Deathwalker is done, and my Bone Shaper. First thing that happens in my Bone Shaper's turn is the Wraith moves. Is going to move and attack this Snowdrift, because that is the nearest enemy it can attack. Actually, it could also move to here to attack that Snowdrift. Maybe I like that more. Feels like it keeps it alive a bit more. +0. We do have the banner, so it hits for 2. No. The reason I don't want to do that is that I want to summon a skeleton there, it turns out. We are summoning a skeleton here, we're getting 1 experience, we're taking 2 damage. And then we are healing. If an enemy has died this round, we heal ourselves for 2. Otherwise, we heal ourselves for 1. I believe an enemy has died this round. Is there a way to remove... right-click it? Nope. It really feels like there should be a way to remove that from the menu. Oh well. Bone Shaper's done. And that's the end of round 2. So, oh, it's not the end of round 2. We take hazard damage, terrain damage 2. So our banner spear is now down to 8 health. Okay, round 3. We are down to 3 enemies. 2 of them are wounded. I'm pretty sure I wounded that before it moved. In fact, I'm certain I did. So it's on 2 health. This is down to 5 health. I think we could sensibly start by using Javelin. So 1 Javelin, and I could use the bottom half of this to get +1 damage on my Javelin. Don't hate it. 2 damage at 4 range with advantage. You know, this is not a card just for, like, basically being Javelin again. Like, that's basically just Javelin again, isn't it? I should probably bring that card on all my missions. I could also use Tip of the Spear to deal damage to the objectives. I think it's okay. Probably we managed to kill these 2 objectives with my Bone Shaper summons this turn. I need a good bottom half of a card then. Oh, at all costs seems okay. So we just probably summon Charles Reinforcement, and Charles Reinforcement tanks a hit for us. Sounds fine to me. Drifter is meant to use the slower initiative card. Which means it's going to be pretty hard for us to go early in this turn. Also, I'm running low on ranged attacks, I think. There's continuous health. This is a ranged attack. Maybe Vile Assault for the heal to get rid of Brittle, and then continuous health. I haven't used any of the persistent cards yet. My Drifter will be around for a while, potentially. Given that a decent chunk of this mission is going to be skeletons killing hazardous terrain, I feel like just summoning another skeleton is not a bad option for my Bone Mancer. To move and move a summon. We are going to end up in a spot where, like, my characters have a lot of trouble moving forward, though. There are going to be too many skeletons in the way. It's fine. It's fine, probably. I am partial to clicking on the card that lets me loot, just because it's fun. This is not the character who needs to find lumber. That would be this one. Oh well. And then Deathwalker. What I actually want, if anybody knows how to do this, is I'd like hotkeys that, like, put these cards in certain locations. And, oh, is this button? Oh, cool. Nice button to know about. Like, if a card were in hand and then I pressed some sort of button on it. It's fascinating that that flipped. It did go to where I wanted it to go, though. But why does it flip? Interesting. Okay, so there are buttons that do that, but they flip the cards inexplicably. Fascinating. Delete action, add health, remove health, add experience, remove experience, context menu, next stance. I don't know what that is. Add resources. Draw a monster, attack modifier. Switch next character, switch to solo player. Switch next character. Let's make this 7. Yeah, that doesn't work when we're in solo player. I don't know. I don't know how that works. It's for multiplayer when you have to hide the cards. Yeah, but I know. How do I make it not that, though? That is the thing I do not know. Ability can only be performed if you remove a shadow from an adjacent hex. Or not even adjacent to the shadow. And it's the only one I can make. Very awkward. Ooh, okay. I found a turn I can play. I can shadow step forward, attack an obstacle, and then just walk backwards. Works for me. Works for me. Not a lot of turns I feel like I can play there. This initiative is meant to be the other way around. We've talked about that already. Okay, let's start rounds. These snow imps are moving and healing. There's only one snow imp left. The frost demons are moving and attacking. They are moving 2 and attacking in melee range. So the elite frost demon, wait, no. They have way more move than that. Okay, my bad. The way I could prevent them from getting damage on me would be to put other stuff on the tiles so that they couldn't get in, basically. My Deathwalker goes first. LOL. Alright, we move forward. Our movement can only end in a hex with a shadow in it. We attack this objective. It's dead. And then we move backwards again. What an outstanding turn. Banner Spear. I mean, it's not that bad a turn. I have a Javelin again. It's a bit of a weird Javelin because the actual max HP of this is 8. The actual max HP of this is 3. Okay, so this is getting healed by the Snow Imp. The Snow Imp's gonna walk at me, by the way. The Snow Imp's gonna, like, run here. Or here? Maybe here. Ooh! 1, 2, 3. Oh, damn. Almost. Trying to work out if there's a way to stop this from getting in. This goes here. I put a summon here. Summon goes here. This goes here, then it hits me. No. This goes here. I put a summon here. This goes here and hits the summon. This comes here. No. Alright. What I'm actually just going to do is I'm just going to javelin it and it's just going to die. Just kill it. LOL. Just dead. Plus 0. So 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, holy shit. If this wasn't healing, it actually would be dead. Unfortunately, it is healing. So I guess I need a +1. We have this. We have a summon. Does feel like I'm about to take a lot of damage. Oh, they're not strengthened anymore. That is somewhat important to keep in mind. I get 1 experience for summoning Charles Reinforcement there. Alright, the Snow Imp. So the Snow Imp is going to move with +1 movement, base of 2, so it moves 3. It moves as though it's seeking a melee target. Is being on Tabletop Simulator for ease, or does it offer something the hard copy doesn't? It's just for ease. Heals something at 2 range. That also removes the wound from it. Alright. It also takes 1 damage from a wound, so it'll die next turn. Oh, wait. I want it to go there. That's actually kind of important. Is it important? Yes. Is it important? We can have this and then this. And then this one just breaks and doesn't do anything. Oh, I think I'm okay with it coming though. Alright, cool. Next up. Oh, they have retaliate. Okay, never mind actually. Man, I'm getting confused. How much retaliate do you have? 3? Ugh. What's my Bone Shaper doing? Summoning another skeleton. What's my Drifter doing? Shooting that snow imp? Alright, I'm gonna, I think, do it like this. The retaliate's a little irritating, but it's okay. Next to Frost Demons go. Now I get to see if what I just did was sensible or not. This comes here, it attacks my Banner Spear. It has base attack of 4, but it has a thing on it which makes its attacks 1 less. So it's attacking for 3 to start, plus 0. I am brittle, so it hits me for 6. Not doing anything to prevent that. Ow. Next Frost Demon, it's trying to make a melee attack, and there's no tile from which it can make a melee attack, so it just breaks. So it's still over here. Which is kind of what I was like trying to work out, like, do I want it to be over there or not? And I decided I did because it had retaliate. I'm not sure if that's true. It's mostly fine. It's probably fine. Okay, next. Frost Demons are done. Drifter goes. Doing bookkeeping would be a nightmare with one person. I don't mind it. I probably put like, what, 60 hours into my tabletop campaign solo. My Drifter is a dawdler. Without Tabletop Simulator. Yeah, without Tabletop Simulator. Correct. This is going to die on its own. It has 3 retaliate. I think I'm okay with this skeleton dying, actually. So I'm going to attack it with disadvantage. Plus 0. Plus the banner. So I hit it for 3. 1, 2, 3. It hits me for 3. Then I'm going to move with Vile Assault. 1, 2. Kill myself for 2. I am no longer brittle. And that is my Drifter's turn. Is there any brittle left, actually? Everybody's gotten rid of brittle. Some of us got rid of brittle by healing it off. Some of us got rid of brittle by getting hit for 8. It is what it is. All right. This Wraith is going to attack the Elite Frost Demon. For 2. The Skeleton is going to move up and attack the Elite Frost Demon. For also 2. We'll retaliate and kill it. And then my turn is... I think move here with Eternal Torment and make a skeleton. that's the turn, yeah? That's the turn. This doesn't work on retaliate. Well, it's attacks, and that is not an attack. Okay. Air is now waning. Fire is now inert. Shadow Step is in my discard pile for some reason. So is Javelin for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Okay. I thought that I had put them over here, but maybe I didn't. So this is really weird. Depending on whether the imp moves before the Frost Demon or not, the Frost Demon will or will not be able to move to where the imp is, because the imp is wounded. So the second that it moves, it dies. The Frost Demons, their fastest move is 38. I don't really want to regroup. I want to use the bottom half of regroup to keep my banner moving. I'm just thinking the top half of it would be kind of nice on 2 health, but... Oh, Unbreakable Wall's really good against Retaliate enemies because it pushes them out of Retaliate range. So because this gets pushed back here, it can no longer retaliate. Kinda into that, actually. We go Resolved Courage for 10 initiative, and then Unbreakable Wall. Drifter. My Drifter sure is over here with no ranged attacks. Huh. Yeah. I think I'm gonna use Sustained Momentum. On next 6 move abilities, we add 2 move. That seems like it could be useful, since we're so out of the way. And then we're throwing some sort of card away. Oh, alternately I could use Crushing Weight. Just feels like I should reclaim it at this point. Nah, I'll set it up. Okay, we have 2 persistent cards going on Drifter now then. I'm doing really well, Gabriel. Doing excellent. Bone Shaper, I'd like to go fast enough to kill this Frost Demon before it moves, ideally. So, like, we can go at 18, and we can give one of our summons another attack. It might already be dead anyway. This just seems like a really good card, though, because I can also give my Wraith an attack on that Frost Demon, which probably kills it. Deathwalker. Certainly running out of things to do here. Oh, that's my discard pile. I thought those cards all looked familiar. I think I move up and Anger of the Dead just to deal some damage to some snowdrifts. We'll do it really slow. Alternately, I could Anger of the Dead to kill an enemy. Maybe we do it that way, actually. Alright. The enemies should die here. Start round. The Frost Demons are moving and attacking. These Snow Imps are also moving and attacking. They're going very low, very slow, very late in the turn. There's only one of them and it's already dead anyway. Okay. Banner Sphere, I'm going to start by using Resolved Courage. Add 1 damage to Unbreakable Wall, attacking Frost Demon. I get 1 experience for this. And hit Frost Demon for 3, 4, 5. Is that it? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And push it back 1, which means it can't retaliate. And then I also hit the Snow Imp. It's dead. Wait, was that good? That might be bad, actually. I think I wanted the Frost Imp to still be there so that this couldn't move here, maybe. Doesn't really matter. It's just going to hit Charles' Reinforcement, so. Deathwalker's turn. If I walk up and attack this, it will retaliate and kill me if I fail to kill it. That is... Maybe I just don't do anything. The part where it retaliates and kills me does seem kind of bad, right? I'm going to move... This is really weird, but I think actually okay. I'm going to move here, and then I'm going to attack a Snowdrift objective. So I'm just attacking for 2 damage. 3. I will hit probably the topmost one. Why? Why can't I click on things? Weird that I can't click on things, but I can mouse over and hotkey them. Alright. Deathwalker's turn is done. Bone Shaper goes now. So first up, the Wraith goes. The Wraith has 3 range. I get to choose whether it attacks this or this. And I'm going to choose this one. So it's attacking it for 2, -1. Then my Skeleton goes. My Skeleton walks here. It attacks this one for dead. And then my Bone Shaper actually takes a turn. So I'm going to give one of my summons an attack for +1 damage. It's going to be my Wraith attacking this. I have drawn Null. Oh dear. Okay. I guess it's still alive then. So as it currently stands, the Frost Demon would move here and attack my Deathwalker, which seems pretty bad because my Deathwalker's on 2 health. However, my Bone Shaper is going to move, and then I'm going to move one of my summons too. I'm going to move this skeleton here. And that changes the enemy's AI in a much better way for me. So now the enemy moves. It has a move for 2. 1, 2, and then it attacks the enemy with the lowest initiative, which is Charles' Reinforcement. Kills him by Charles' Reinforcement. That is completely fine. That is what that card is for. Okay, Drifter is just setting up persistent cards. And the Snow Imps are all dead. I used to have a lot more cards than this. A lot more cards than this. I like Tip of the Spear here quite a lot. And the Frost Demons never go faster than 18. Their 18s aren't bad for me either. Okay, I think I'll just not use Driving Inspiration, because I want to use the bottom half of Regroup to move my banner forward, and Tip of the Spear is my way to kill it. Drifter is going to move forward and hit a thing. Basically gonna try to start killing these snowdrifts. Unfortunately, we're so far away that the move 3 won't get us to range, so we actually have to move with our own cards. Bone Shaper's at 4 health. I could make another skeleton, or I could just use the summons that I already have. We're standing all the way back there. So I started with 12 cards, and I've currently got 2 of them in play, which means 10, and then when I rest, I'll have 9. So I think there's not too much downside to making a skeleton here. Oh shit, my Deathwalker wants to kill one of each enemy. That is actually kind of an important thing to remember. I feel like I've already done this. Kill an enemy with 2 or more conditions. Have I done that? Negative conditions. I sure haven't been paying any attention. I don't think I've done that. So actually, I really want my Deathwalker to kill this. Can we do that? Probably with Fluid Knight. Honestly, I can just use a regular melee attack. I don't even have to consume the shadow if I don't want. It only has 2 health. I'm within range of the banner. So unless I hit the -2 specifically, it doesn't make a difference. Okay. So the question is, do I want a second skeleton or not? Probably. Bottom half of a card. Doesn't matter that much. Let's call that good. The Frost Demon is going at 18. It is moving and shielding. Okay, so it's going to have 2 shield. That's kind of rude. It doesn't move. It just gives itself 2 shield. So I guess with my Deathwalker, I will consume the shadow then. So I'm attacking it for 6. Channeling Dark. It's dead. You know, I should have used Spyglass for that. Like 100% should have used Spyglass for that, because I'm going to long rest like next turn. So I'm honestly just going to say I used Spyglass, even though I clearly didn't need to. We're going to long rest next turn, having advantage in the attack. Seems obviously good. I've decided to draw another card because it seemed right. Did I already take the experience? I think I already did. And then the bottom half of Sinless Apparition lets me loot all loot within 1 tile of me, which is an awful lot of loot. There's 4 loot pouches. We got a coin, a metal, a lumber, and a coin. Deathwalker's done. Oh, also, I need some way to show that I have killed a frost demon. I guess I could use text for that. Don't love it. How do I get rid of them? Oh no. Oh my god, I don't know how to delete it now. Ah! We'll use the notes. How about that? It's probably what the notes are for. Type here. Oh, banner sphere. I guess there's nothing in front of me anymore, but I can still hit this snowdrift objective tile over here with tip of the spear. I get an experience. I hit it for 5. And then I move allies around me 3 tiles. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, maybe? Feels fine. Alright, banner spear done. Bone Shaper. First my Wraith goes. I guess now it has disadvantage if it attacks. If it attacks this, it has disadvantage now. Alright, so it'll shoot at that one. I'll shoot that one. +0, so it's for 2. The skeleton will hit the middle one. +0. It's dead. Why can I not? Oh my god, I can't mouse over it. And then my Bone Shaper's actual turn. Awkwardly, there's nowhere I actually want to summon the skeleton. Huh, don't love that. I guess I'll put it here. I take 2, and I have a move for 4. I'll move over here. I can't end next to the hazardous terrain or I start taking a bunch of damage. Only my minions are allowed to, for whatever reason. Alright, Drifter is going to add 2 to this move. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the bottom half of that one, maybe. And then add 2 damage to a basic attack. On this, +0 is enough to kill it. Okay. Next turn. Now we're just kind of cleaning up the rest of the room. So my Drifter is going to use Bloodletting and Fortitude, I guess. My Bone Shaper is going to use Decaying Will and command the Wretched. And the other two are going to long rest. I think there's supposed to be a delete button appear whenever the text box is selected, but you've already moved on, so you'll shut up now. Is it like underneath the other stuff though? Like I can't see it. Is there a way to make this invisible for a bit? Doing that made the cards on it like move slightly off of their slots. It's funny. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh no, those are locked as well. All right, this is an absolute disaster. I have to unlock this, unlock this, unlock this, unlock that, move this out of the way. Can I do that? No? Or why not? Kind of weird. Toggles. This lock might have gotten confused. Bring this back. Put this here. Put this here. See, this is the nice thing about not using Tabletop Simulator for bookkeeping. Don't really have to do this when you're playing on your table at home. Why is Call of Doom here? Did I do it? Almost. The type text here, gate 2024. Probably the biggest scandal of the year, to be honest. Those two are long resting. We're gonna say that this is good now. Why can't I move that? It's because I'm pressing the minus button instead of picking it up. Okay, okay. This was the most stressful thing that I've ever done. Whew! I survived. Hey, Wanderino, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's start the round. Bone Shaper goes first. I'm gonna have my Wraith shoot that. For 2. I'm gonna have the Skeleton attack this. for null. I'm going to have this try to move forward to attack something, but it actually just straight up can't. It can't get closer to any target. Glad you're here, Skeleton. All right, Drifter. What's my Drifter doing? I'm using the only 2 cards I have left. We are using Bloodletting to move forward, and then Fortitude to hit something for 5. 6. Oops. I used both of my cards again. We're almost out of the room. Close. Close, but not quite there yet. Oh boy. Oh. It wasn't for 6, was it? It was for 5, because I'm out of range of the banner. Banner Spear is going to long rest. Unfortunately, we don't get our potion back. Is this really all the items you have? Wasn't this on my Banner Spear or something? You have 30 gold worth of stuff, you have 15. Yeah, this was on my Banner Spear. My bad. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna long rest. So, +2 health. I have to choose a card to lose. Resolved Courage. You know what? You did great. And then we're gonna grab all of these cards and put them all there. That wasn't too bad. Deathwalker gets to untap Spyglass, gets 2 health. Again, we have to decide which card we're losing. Oh, I used this with Fluid Knight. I think I might lose... Oh, I didn't play it. I was going to lose Strength of the Abyss, but I actually just can't. Let's lose Sunless Apparition. Turns out that I'm not using that. I'm doing pretty well. Had a lot of fun at PAX this weekend. Got to see some friends. Saw the Civ 7 panel. And now I get to play a sweet video game. What's not to like? Okay. So, I think Banner Spear throws a javelin at that. And then moves to and moves the banner to as well. Deathwalker. Surely you have something good you can do. No? Okay, well. let's move in 3 and do the... Is this working? I'm moving 3 and I'm attacking 2 targets. Can I have Dark channeled by then? I don't think so, because these 2 are long resting. I guess my Drifter doesn't have to long rest. Bone Shaper kinda does. I think we want both of them to long rest, probably. Drifter and Bone Shaper. Alright. With my Banner Spear, though, we're going to start with a Javelin on the Snowdrift. I got... To redraw, I got a shield this turn. I forgot that I put those in my deck. And -1. +1 for the spear, so... 3 in the end. I move 2. What if I moved there? And I move this 2, and I move this 2. And that way the skeleton can get an attack on that. Make sure it dies. Maybe this goes here for right now, actually, as well. Okay. I'm down for that. Death walking. We go 1, 2, 3. What just happened? 1, 2, 3. I can poison an adjacent thing, but you're not allowed to poison objectives, so actually I can't. It was a lie. And then... Wait, didn't I say I wanted this here? I'm just going to move my Deathwalker here instead, I think, so my Skeletons can attack. Skellington, which means I only get 1 attack. -1, so 2 +1 for the banner, -1 from the card. Deathwalker is done. Drifter long rests, let's lose. Unbreakable. Don't think I care about 1 shield very often. And I actually, like, I don't have any items that I used. I was at mostly full health too. Wait, my max HP is meant to be 12. And I was thinking that it would auto do that, but it sure didn't. I wonder how I change this number. Does anybody know? Because that is not my max HP. 12? Nope, that didn't work. Sure feels like there must be a way to do this. I'm guessing that, like, the game is broken because I moved stuff around and so it didn't see that I was level 2 and appropriately change my HP. Kind of upsetting. I have a loot pouch, apparently. Got myself another herb. Alright, well, we'll just play with my Drifter's max HP being 10 for now. We'll work it out at some point. Bone Shaper gets a long rest too. Before the Bone Shaper long rests, though, my summons go. So I'm going to have this Wraith shoot that Snowdrift. +1. 1, 2, 3. This skeleton's attacking this. Unfortunately, I can't have this skeleton go first. I would like to, but that's just not how it works. 1, 2, 3, 4. This skeleton will move forward toward the next Snowdrift, and we get our long rest. 2 health. Is that really all of my cards? Or are the rest of them here? Maybe I'll just play XCOM again. Oh. Is there a video game that's XCOM Long War that's come out in the last, like, 5 years? I feel like they just don't make XCOM Long War anymore. Why don't they make XCOM Long War anymore? Anyway, this many cards looks a lot better than however many other cards I had. XCOM Long War is kind of special. You're not wrong. I need to keep this 4 movement card. It's a good heal. Transfer of Essence is one of the only bottom halves of a card that I care about. Just lose Decaying Will. I feel like my cards are largely interchangeable there. I have a lot of cards where, like, top half is a little bit of damage, bottom half is usually just some sort of movability or something that I'm not going to use this mission, so. My character mostly just feels like it makes tiny people who attack for 2, and that's it. Blazor. Is that 4 health? Four health. Do I want to go through the door here? Kinda. Having 1 turn to heal a little bit more might not be a terrible idea, though. I could open the door with the Banner of Strength with this card. That'd be kind of funny. Who's going through the door and how? You have a protective scepter. You have a protective scepter. It's like moving my drifter through with 2 shield is probably the right way to do it. I can probably do that this turn, though. I've played this mission before, but I don't remember where the enemies are. Wait, can I just move through with like 4 shield? 3 shield. Does this only target allies? Oh. Is this who I built that on? Or did I build it on you? I feel like I might have built it on you. The poison dagger somehow switched where it was. I wonder if this did as well. Does anybody remember? Could also check the VOD and look at who has this at the end of last night's stream. I'll go with Prudent Preparation and Shockwave and just open the door. Yeah, no clue. No clue. I got no hands. No hands. One, two. Using the top half of at all costs seems pretty reasonable. Probably use it later in the turn so that it can heal my drifter after my drifter is being hurt. I only have 4 health to start though. Keep that in mind. We're using transfer essence and that's the bottom half of the card that we're using. Top half, I'm gonna use Flow of the Black River. I don't need to though, if I'm healing everyone. I could summon another skeleton. At some point, you kind of have a lot of skeletons, though. Grant a summon a move and attack. I don't hate that. I kind of feel like it won't work, though. We could make it work. Okay. Let's grant a summon a move and attack. So the idea is my banner spear is going to move this banner toward the door and then move one of the summons in as well. And then it can move and attack again. Probably? Do we get to see which skeleton is skeleton 1 and which is skeleton number 2? They're both skeleton number 1. Okay. I guess I'm doing some of this stuff wrong. And my Deathwalker also is here, I suppose. I really want to play Eclipse. Maybe we go Call of Doom Eclipse and go late in the turn, and then start of next turn we can do something with our shadows we have made. Let us begin. Drifter is moving 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 enemies. It's a lot of snowdrifts. I have 1 move left. I should draw a card for each of these enemies. The snow imps are... Oh, I have a move up to 5, I've just realized. They are moving and attacking at range. The frost demons are moving. That's fascinating that they also called it AoE. What does that mean? Okay, that's what it means. Let me just kind of like try to understand what's happening depending on what I do. These want to make melee attacks. They're moving 2. So this could move in here, this could move in here, and they could both melee attack my Drifter. My Drifter does have 1 retaliate this turn. Which one goes first? This one goes first. If I moved here, this would go here, and this would go here. And that way I could get through the door better. I do take 2 damage from this objective. I meant to have 12 max HP. What does reload do? Don't know. All right. I want to play a game where like it works. So let me try to decide which game I'm going to play. It's just stressing me out that like by default it doesn't work great, and then if I try to fix it, other things stop working. It's like an entire castle of cards that all come down together. Orb of Creation stream? But it makes me choose Tabletop Simulator of the Steam version. There isn't a Steam version of Frosthaven. There's a Steam version of Gloomhaven. I don't like it. It's very buggy. I'm looking at the games that I have installed and not feeling like playing any of them. Maybe I'll just go to sleep. Yeah, I'll stream tomorrow. All right. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I am looking forward to the Orb of Creation updates quite a lot. I will see you all maybe tomorrow. Maybe Tuesday. It is a long weekend with a lot of people in town, so I might be doing stuff. I don't know. Have a good one.